and smart money enthusiasts. It's your girl again, Mabel Franklin, and you know you can call me Timmy, right? So that's what you call me. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you the last 4 key takeaways from our amazing book called The Smart Money Woman. So if you've not watched the other key takeaways, please do well to check out our previous videos in the channel, because you need to stay up to date. You need to take charge of your personal finance. You know you can always get this book and read anytime, any day, whenever you're ready, and also watch our videos together. I've been able to just put together all the lessons so you can start implementing them in your lives. So let's dive right into the business for the day. The very first key takeaway from this book, it says grow your network. The truth is, a lot of us today do not know that the people we move around with, their income, the money they make automatically becomes the money we make. How do I mean? If you're the smartest one, it is said that if you're the smartest one in the group, then do a way to get a new group. Yes, if your circle of friends are the mediocres, or those ones that do not have a very good mindset, they are not ready to go all out to work hard for their lives, they are not motivated people, they are negative people, I bet you will not go anywhere, you won't go far. So the first key takeaway is for you to grow your network. Expand your circle. If you check your circle and you notice that okay, they are very low, I need to make new circle of friends. I need to add more people to my circle of friends, because everybody needs to be useful. You need to be able to learn things from your friends, and it has to be positive things, something that will enable you to get to where you want to go to. So this is how you achieve it. The exercise on how you can grow your network. It says here that you should evaluate your network. Who do you know? Who is in your circle of friends? Secondly, promote, demote, add, and subtract. So yes, break down your list of friends. Check it out. Check out your circle of friends. Then break it down. Make sure you check, okay, if you know that there's somebody that you need to take out of the list, it's not like you have to confront the person, but you know for yourself that, okay, this person is not adding value to my life, let me subtract that person from your list. That is what we need to do, because we need to be intentional about our lives, about our circle of friends. The second key takeaway is for you to take stock of your family finance. Now, a lot of us today, we know that some persons don't even talk about finance before they get married. Intending couples, yes, they don't discuss about finance. They don't decide on, okay, who is the money spender, who is going to be the money spender in the family, who will be that one that will be the money saver. They have to put this down. And look at what it says there. When couples are coming together, money matters should be a well-considered part. Premarital counseling. A discussion about the expectation of each person's responsibility is critical. The reason is because we all come from different backgrounds and carry our own money biases and habits, and we often assume a synergy with our significance. So this has to be discussed, like, okay, do we need to have a joint account, or fine, we have a personal separate account, but having a joint account where we can save a certain amount of percentage if the both party are actually working. So this is an agreement. Or if we say, okay, no, it's only the man, the head of the house, that wants to be taking care of all the expenses and they don't want to have a joint account, it is left for you to decide. You can actually decide on how you want to do it. So, but that conversation must take place so that you can take stock of your family finance. It's very, very important. So what are your common goals and expectations? What are your assets as a family? How much debt is the family liable for? So these are important questions you need to discuss in the family. Is there a will or estate plan in place? Is there life insurance? Who are the next of kin on record with? Bank account, emergencies, documents, etc. So this, I think it can work for families to be able to sit down and decide What is each family member's financial responsibility? How much can each of us spend from the joint account? How many percentage or how much should the expenses or the expenditures be made solely by one person, or they should reach out, they should always call themselves in order to decide on should I make these expenses or not? Should it be an agreement between the two parties before an expenses can be made from the joint account? These are important discussions that needs to take place. So Arese Ugwu brought this point out because it's also part of you taking being intentional and taking charge of your personal finances. But now that you have a family, you should also be able to take stock of your family finances. That is the same way of taking charge of your personal finances. The third key takeaway is considering a few things before you pop your investing sharing. So if you're wondering what does this mean, it only means that, okay, what are the few things you need to consider before you start investing in Nigeria or wherever you're watching me from? What are the few things you need to consider? So this is very, very important. So please come closer, sit down, have your pen and paper so you take notes of important things. Now, the first thing you need to consider is the types of investments you want to get into, or the different types of investing. So the first type of investment here is stocks. So it says here that no one ever got rich from a savings account, and you know that is true. No one ever got rich from a savings account. Come to think of it, you keeping money saying you're saving for year in year out, remember inflation will affect that money at the end of the day. If you say you want to get rich that way, it is not possible. You need to invest that money. You need to take the risks. Be ready to take the risks. Because if you don't take the risks, you can't get the reward. You can't grow your money. You need to send that money to work. So one way you can do that is through stocks. So granted, the level of risk involved is not for everyone, but stock market can be your friend, especially if you're young. You can dive into it. So be ready to also take a share of risks. Be ready to chase some risks when you're doing stock, because it is very volatile. Stock market is very, very volatile. It is important to understand that even though stocks are volatile in the short run, they've historically risen in value in the long run. So take note, stock investment is for long term. It's actually a long-term investment. The second type of investment is cryptocurrency. Yes, I'm putting this in. Cryptocurrency is another place in which you can actually, it's two ways. You can do it in two ways. It's either you keep the money, you buy some coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the likes, then you keep it for a while. That's long time for it to appreciate in value. Or you're one of the traders like us. And the truth is, there are now platforms and applications that enables you to trade without you knowing anything about trading. So all you need to do is just to link the application to your exchange wallet. Then the application will be the one picking the trades for you, like you are the one making that trade. So it's either you're coming in as a trader on cryptocurrency, that means you need to learn if you want to trade yourself, or you're using an application. That is one way. Second way you can become a crypto investor is for you to buy some coins. If you don't know how to trade, you can buy some coins, some cryptos down, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the likes. You buy those coins, then you make sure you keep for it a long time. That is how you can benefit from that. Then when it appreciates in value, you can sell off. It is also volatile. Cryptocurrency is also very, very volatile, like stock markets. So these two different types of investment, you do not need to borrow money to do them. So listen, you do not borrow money for buying stock or for buying those cryptos. That is not you can't do those investments with a borrowed money, because it is not a money doubler overnight. You cannot just put in money and expect it to double overnight. anything can happen. Look at what it says here. It is an easy way to get bonds, but I believe in systematically using money you can afford to forget about to build long-term wealth. That is, money you would have used to go shopping or buying credits for the month, not your money for rent or school fees. So money is like this: money you need to pay your rent, for school fees, or even what else? Those your living major expenses. Those are not the funds you used to buy stock or you used to buy cryptocurrency, because you might now be tempted to want to withdraw on time, especially when you're pressured. That's why in the previous video I made mention of different plans you need to create for your money. When your income comes, don't forget you need to take out your emergency funds. You need to take out your 20% savings, and that is the money you use for investments. 20%, very essential. You take it out for your savings for a long time, because you might want to do something big, and you want to do something big, and you have little, so you need to build up that money or the funds you have, so you can actually do that, achieve that big investment goal you set for yourself. So I think I've considered 2 types of investment. The third is real estate. So you can actually invest in real estate. That is what is here. An investment in real estate in Nigeria is mostly always a good idea. Yes, it is. But take note, it's also a great long-term investment with medium risks. It helps you to keep your money. And when we're speaking of real estate investment, it includes residential rental property, raw land. You could buy land and wait for it to appreciate, so you sell off, or commercial, that's business real estate. So now take notes. Real estate is a great asset to have, and most people know this, but are deterred from entering the market, either because they think it's too expensive or are waiting to eat so they can build their own house to live in. What matters is for you to just start. Just start. Start small. Start anywhere. Anywhere you can buy land, just buy, start. Do something. Or you can actually plan about it. So another investment type is mutual funds. So mutual fund is an investment vehicle that is made up of a pool of funds collected from many investors for the purpose of investing in securities such as stocks, bonds, money market instruments, and similar assets. So for this mutual fund, you actually need a money/fund manager. So you can't do this without a fund manager, because this is like a very cool where you're involving yourself, diversifying in different portfolios. So you need a manager that could run every bit of it for you, so you can gain your capital back and also your income. Mutual funds in Nigeria are mostly open-ended and affordable, so which means you can start with as little as 10,000 naira to start off. That's why I actually belong to a group where I have that's spearheaded by an investment banker, a financial advisor, and also a fund manager. So the group is spearheaded by a fund manager. So she takes up her time to make sure she updates us on different platforms. Like the recent one we have now is for us to get involved in a particular investment, and she told us the tenure, how long it's going to take, and all of that. So look for groups like that. Look for fund managers that can help you take care of your investments. The next is the money market instrument, that is the treasury bills. That is another type of investment, the treasury bills. And we know treasury bills are actually money you lend to the government, while commercial paper, the money you lend to institutions. So always make sure you get an advisor. Look out for those firms that can assist you, guide you on doing this. You can't do this alone. For each investment type, you need a guide. You need someone that can guide you. So look out for them. Once you do start searching for them, you'll find. You can actually reach out for me, and I'll share with you what the platform I use to invest. All right, so make sure you also establish your investment goals. We're done with the types of investment, so you need a goal. And what do we mean? You should be able to answer this question. The crucial question is, why are you investing? Because a lot of us are just save up money, we just want to invest. You don't even know why you want to invest. This is it. For example, if you're investing towards your rent next year, the worst thing you can do is to say, let me invest my savings each month in the stock market. Stocks can be very volatile, and your capital might be lower in value when you need it the most. So that will not be a good idea. You need the money. Okay, this is your goal. You're saying you're investing so that you can pay your rent for next year. Come on. And you said you want to invest in stocks so that you can be able to get proceeds. The proceeds can be used to pay your rent. That wouldn't work because you're not sure if the time you want to get it out, the money will be there waiting for you, because it's volatile. It goes up and down. However, if you were working a 9-to-5 job and were saving towards a business you plan to start in 5 to 10 years, then the stock market could be an option. So you get this point. So you should be able to know why you want to invest. Is it to start up a business in 5-10 years? Or is it to pay my rent next year? So in that way, you'll be able to, once you set those goals, you'll be able to get answer to that question why you're investing. Then it will help you decide on the right type of investment you should do, so that you'll not be downhearted and feel terrible. The truth is, there are no right or wrong answers to this question. It all depends on you. It depends on me, on the goal I set for myself. Because your investment goal should reflect your financial obligations, what you value most, and what you want the money you make to be able to do for your life in general. Alright, so the third thing you need to know about investing before you start up investing is for you to develop an investment strategy. You need an investment strategy. What does this mean? You need to write down your investment strategy to clearly articulate your thoughts. Once your strategy is written, you should ensure it matches your long-term investment goals. Now, it doesn't have to be so complicated, because one thing you should know is, even if you think what you have to start with is too little, begin with a savings account and start building it up. You can give yourself benchmark. So let's say, for example, an example is given here. It says, imagine a girl named Ivy. The goal is for her to buy a land. That's her goal. She wrote it down. Okay, what are the strategies she can achieve this? She puts out 20% of her salary deposited in savings account. So she has a savings account where she takes out 20% from her income or salary she receives. Taking it out, we don't know how much your income is or your salary is, but the target is when it gets to 200,000 naira. Once 200,000 naira is saved, you're going to take that 200,000 naira and split into two. These are strategies, so whatever works for me might not work for you. So you have to be able to break this down. So when you have, Ivy gets 200,000 naira, she splits into two. She used 100,000 naira for fixed deposit, but in that way you have some percentage coming, right? Then you also use the remaining 100,000 naira for the stock portfolio. So she invests, she buys a stock with 100,000 naira. She keeps repeating this process until her fixed deposit reaches the target amount. What's the target amount? She wants to buy a land, and she was able to find out the estimate of the amount of to acquire this land, which is 1 million naira or 1.5 million naira. Let's say the cost of the land is 2 million naira. So she's able to now keep depositing 100,000 naira. Remember, she has 20% saved monthly in her savings account. So she splits it. She doesn't want to just use all the money to buy the land. She also wants to invest in stock. So she wants to do two things. She wants to invest in stocks, which is volatile. She also wants to get the land. Investing in real estate. So she splits the money into two. Once it's up to 200,000, she splits it into two. This 100,000 to buy stocks. The remaining 100,000 she puts it in a fixed deposit where she keeps pumping in, making sure she increases the fixed deposit till when it gets to the desired amount for the land. That's it, which is 1 million naira, 1.5 million naira. And she go gets the land at Awoyaya. Yes, if you know Lekki very well, eventually you know Awoyaya. So there are places like that inside there that you can actually acquire land that will appreciate in value, looking at Ekpe and relax. Anywhere. So you just have to be intentional about your finance. You need to know why you're investing. Okay, what is the goal? Is it to buy land? Is it to build a business, to start up a business? Since you're working for someone and you do not want to continue working for someone for so long or forever, okay, what business do you want to build? How much do you think you need to allocate for that business? Then you start saving up for it. And while you're saving, don't just keep a bunch of that money there in the account while saving. You can split it up and use some of it to invest in something that will give you more proceed at the long run. So that by the time you're ready to build that business, you have no money to run the package. So that's it for that. And mind you, when you're investing, the last thing you need to consider is your risk profile. What is your risk ratio? How much risk are you chest? Which is, we have it's stated here that we have 3 different types of risk takers or investors. One is a conservative investor. Secondly is a moderately aggressive investor. And lastly is the aggressive investor. So come think of it. Which are you? Are you that conservative type who would preserve the capital? We want to preserve the capital and receive regular income. You are not willing to go all out to take the risk. You want something that you're sure your capital is there and you want a very huge amount of income from it. Or you are that moderately aggressive investor who is willing to take controlled risks for moderate returns. We also have lastly the aggressive investors. So they consider risks as an opportunity and they leverage their experience and knowledge to take intelligent financial decisions. For every investment you do, you need to be ready to also consider the risks involved. You make sure you find out what's the risks involved. Am I getting my capital? Will there come a time where I will never get my capital back? That is what you need to find out. And how much percentage of income are you expecting at the end of the day? So with this we come to the last part of the takeaway for this book. It says discover your purpose. Many of us don't know what we want to do in life. We don't know. Some person says, okay, you can achieve success through entrepreneurship, you can achieve success through your 9-to-5 job as long as you are up the ladder there, maybe an MD or director, then you can become successful. You can't just say that. What matters is the decisions you make with your finances. The little money you're receiving, what do you do with it? How do you put that money to work? That is the only way you can become successful over time. So you shouldn't be that type that want to pump money somewhere and double the money overnight. That is not building success. That is not you making sure you grow your money. You have to be patient with these things. But what matters is you starting up. Just start from somewhere. Start investing and find your purpose. What can you do if you want to earn more? The exercise here says write down at least 3 skills that can improve your earning potential. So because most of us, the complaints we have is, I'm making just little money, like $5 daily. How will I be able to do the savings and eventually invest? Okay, you want to earn more. What is the 3 skills you have that can help you improve your earning potential? So that is what you need to consider. I'm sorry, in this video I'm actually having cold, but I must do this. I need to do this and make sure I keep up to our dates for every Friday. That's how I'm doing it. So you have to be with me with my tone and how I deliver today. So just so you know that every day can never be the same. Yeah, that's the truth. But what matters is showing up. Just keep showing up. Be consistent with what you do. That is what I believe. So they discover your purpose. Then what's the definition? The definition of a smart money woman. So what would you say is the definition? How would you define a smart money woman? I'll be reading this last note to you all, so you pay attention. It says a smart money woman, she's a woman we should all aspire to be financially. She's a combination of the best parts of African women I respect. This is Otowo speaking. She has an entrepreneurial mind and sits on several boards like Ibuko Awosika. She is a pioneer of industry and creates jobs like Tara Fela. She's fearless. She's committed to raising the next generation of female leaders. She shapes the narrative of new African culture. She has the financial mind of women like Nimi Akinkunmi, Bola Adeshola. She's a woman who's also has purpose and has learned to make money, keep money, and grow money. She's a master of her craft, lives by her own playbook, and is in the top 10% of her industry. She doesn't worry about whether there's money in the next fad industry. She has found a purpose in life, something that matches her passion with her skill sets. And regardless of where she is in that process, she is excited and confident that she will make money because she has positioned herself for success. Ultimately, improving her net worth is more important than upgrading her wardrobe. This mindset helps her reason when she's spending. Buying a designer bag becomes a reward for reaching a long-term financial goal as opposed to buying one just because there's money in her account. She derives the same amount of joy from investing in assets as she does spending on lifestyle expenses. She would rather live like a princess forever than live like a queen for a few years. She's the sort of woman that we all are capable of becoming. I've described who she is to me, but I want every woman who reads this book create and become our own version of the smart money woman. So what is your version of the smart money woman? Create your own version. What is it? What will make you that smart money woman? Are you a smart money woman? Are you intentional about your finance? Are you taking charge and control of your income, no matter how small they are, no matter how little that income is? What do you do about it? Do you invest? Do you budget? Do you save towards them? So this is an amazing book, and I recommend this book to anybody that wants to read. Alright, so the next review we'll be doing, the book review, is Psychology of Wealth. Yeah, this happens to be the book for February, so we'll be reviewing this. Watch out for the next video because we'll be reviewing this book called The Psychology of Wealth. It's also a good read, so I know you'll be wondering, what's the psychology of wealth? What is it? It's just you understanding your relationship with money and achieve prosperity. So I'll see you in the next video. Make it a date next week Friday, and I'll see you there. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.